Welcome, everyone, to Real People, Real Stories. We're so excited that you're here tonight. My name is Dr. Barbie Phillips, and I am from Fargo, Oklahoma. I'm a chiropractic physician for people and animals, and I'm so excited to host with my co-host Kathleen tonight, our guest, Alice McKinnon, which is also known in our group as Alice from Dallas. So we're so excited to see her. But first, if you're new to redox molecules, I would like to tell you just a little bit about these molecules. They are native to our human body or any living creature, actually. And the tiny molecules, these redox molecules, are what our body needs for our cells to signal. And when we get older, we lose the ability to have as many of these molecules that our body needs to heal or work in a fashion that is at the healthiest level. And so we are bringing to you tonight redox molecules that can be consumable in a liquid. This is the flagship product, ASEA redox molecules. And then there is a gel that's a rub-on product as well. And these absorb into the body very easily because they are tiny little molecules. And once they absorb into the body, they act as an on-off switch to our cells, which is great because it turns the good cells on and helps turn the bad cells off. And the more good cells we have, the healthier our bodies can function and the healthier we become. This acts like a cascade effect to the cells of our body, and over time, this can create resilience to stress and create overall wellness. The one thing that we want to also understand about these molecules that we can consume or rub on us, or there are some other products that I know Alice is going to talk about tonight, is that they're safe and they're non-toxic. And you can feel very confident that you either consume them or put them on your body, that it's nothing that's harmful and it's only going to be helpful. And that's for any age. It's safe all the way around. So without any further ado, I'm going to introduce our co-host, Kathleen, and I'm going to turn it over to her. She's going to tell us a little bit about herself, and then she is going to start our interview with our guest tonight, Alice. Kathleen?
Hello, I'm Kathleen Oliveri coming to you from Mississippi, and I have been using redox signaling molecules in the ASEA products for many years now, it seems like, but it's a great product and I love it. And so I love when I get to talk to others who are using it and they can share as well what they're doing. And tonight we have with us Alice McKinnon. And Alice, we're pretty casual around here. So why don't you introduce yourself to everybody watching and then tell us what got you interested in the ASEA products?
Okay, well, I want to thank
Alice, somehow you got muted.
There we go. All right, I muted myself. Challenge. I need a little more mind. In the very beginning, after I graduated college, I went to school for fashion. And so my degree is basically in fashion. And I've always had a love for that. Started out modeling, makeup artist. After modeling, then I started my own business as a makeup artist. I also taught at a lot of the modeling agencies in Dallas, which I really loved. It was really a different place back then because there was not these big makeup artist stores and places. So, you had to hire somebody to do it. So then I started my own business doing weddings, working with a lot of photographers. And it was very challenging for these women. Most of them were kind of young, some of the models. They had not taken care of their face. And so it was a very big challenge for me to put a lot of makeup on them to make them look that good. And a lot of them didn't even wear makeup. So I knew that they did not take care of their skin. So that kind of got me, I've always taken really good care of my skin just because I just like the way it feels. I also did a lot of seminars for Dress for Success. Back in the day, you dressed for the colors that you wore. Y'all probably remember that. and it was so much fun. The biggest thing was the dress for success. So I would show women if they were going to go to work or an interview, and then take it into the evening, which was really a lot of fun, because all you had to do really was put a little bit more makeup on and take off a shirt or a sweater. And so that was really a lot of fun that we did that. So how I really got started in this was, I ran into Leland and Donna Duck at one of our high school reunions. And I'd been to a couple of reunions because I am a realtor now and a wellness counselor. Realtor is not as much fun as this. So I saw them and I had to take a second look. Like, whoa, they look pretty good. So Leland just said, hey, I want you to look at this. And I had no clue, went over to his house. We looked at it. He told me a story. And in my head, I said, no, I'm not doing this in my head, but I'm going to, just get into it. So for me, it was pretty amazing. Mine happened the first day. I couldn't sleep. That was one of my biggest challenges. And so I had been on pharmaceutical drugs for over 30 years, a lot of them. And if you ever take any of them, NyQuil, whatever, get to sleep, put you to sleep, you feel terrible the next day. And I went to sleep and I thought, oh, no, I'm calm today. And it continued to work for me. So sleep was the one thing that I really did like. Then I have had some major surgeries on car wreck in 92, knee surgery that I had fallen, and a wrist surgery. And so I was not on it for the back surgery, but the other two, I had been on it for a while. And most people have to take a lot of pharmaceutical drugs to get through that. I didn't have to take any. Was uncomfortable, but not any very, high thing where you had to take pharmaceutical drugs, which was really good for me. So I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe there is something to this thing that I'm drinking. And he's saying it works. So I work with Mona Mervins as my wellness coach. And so some people have it in their head, maybe after they shampoo their hair and really itchy. And so I had this, and my dermatologist gave me a liquid. I'd been on it for about 10 years. I put it directly on my head. Come to find out that it has steroid in it. Did not know that. I guess I forgot to do my homework. So that's caused me some problems in the head area. And I do believe that contributed to it. So I spray the ASEA in my head. I use the gel in my hair. And so it's really taken care of all of those problems I have. The skincare is the part that I dearly love. We had a challenge that we took our picture for 30 days. And if you want to show it, you're more than welcome to. And then I'll talk about the skincare and my spa parties. I don't know if you had any other questions or not.
Well, I love what you've shared with us so far. So yes, Dr. Barbie's going to bring up the picture so we can see it. Okay. Talk me through this because I'm blown away.
Well, this was November 1st, and I have the best place. I have my dream home, and I have the window in the back that the lighting, of course, I'm in photography. So, looked my best. Or worse. And so I took it at the same place with the same lighting almost every day. So this was November 1st. And then this last one was November 28th. My face looks fuller. It looks like I had injections, really. Mm-hmm. And I have done one injection one time for dry eyes, and it completely closed my eye. I was pretty much like closed my eye. So those are not for me. I think if somebody wants to do them, that's entirely up to them. But that's what I did here. I only used the skincare was amazing. I love our pump foam. I really do like that.
So Alice, tell us what you were using to get these results.
Okay. The skincare system has really 4 ingredients, which is the foaming cleanser, Then you put the clay mask on, and I did that about 3 days a week. I'd probably do it 5 days a week. It's not going to hurt you. All of our products you can use around your eyes. That's not a problem, and it does not bother me. It has never bothered me, but if you take any other products and put those around your eye, you will have a problem. So I put it totally up to my eyes. And so I did the cleanser, the clay mask. You leave it on about 5 minutes, and it goes real tight. And then you can do the gel and the serum and then the moisturizer. And once you put all of those on, you think that, oh my gosh, that's a lot. But some of the spa parties I've done, they did not feel like it was that heavy. So the clay mask has the redox molecules in it and the volcano ash. I've never seen anything in all of my products that I've used, and I've used all of them and many of them, that you immediately can see a difference. The ladies that we get them to take their picture before and after. If they don't want to do it before, then I just have them do their hands. Clay mask, really is the thing that really kicks it into gear.
So that is very interesting. So the one thing that you did do in between these two photos was add the clay mask to the existing.
3 times a week.
Okay. And you said that you would use it 5 times?
You could use it that many times.
Okay.
It's not irritating. It doesn't bother you anywhere. Of course, you always want to use it on your neck and your décolleté. Also in your hands. You can really use it for anything. A pimple, a lot of times I would put it on a pimple and leave it overnight.
Wow. Well, the results are incredible, Alice. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I mean, we can talk about it, but when you see it,
yeah,
it's
and
mind blowing.
At the spa parties, I just set them up here at my house, or individuals have the mirrors set up. You pull your hair back, and I get them to take a picture before and after, because it really does make a difference. And I really let them do it, because most of the women, you can cleanse your face, but I really like for them to feel it, feel the cleanser, feel the gels. And I tell them, never waste it. Never waste it. Be sure you put it everywhere. And I've used many, many skincares, and this is the most simple one because it's color coordinated. It's one of them, the cleanser is light. The next one gets a little lot darker, and then it goes on. And I know you all have bought products and you're so confused when you get home. And that's what I like about this. One thing I can say is that you notice we don't have an eye cream because you don't really need one. If anybody's ever gone out and bought an eye cream, it can be anywhere from $50 to over $200. And so you don't need an eye cream with this, as you can tell with my pictures. You always use your ring finger when you're doing anything around your eyes. This is the least finger that has the least amount of pressure. So it just makes a big difference it's in the pictures, really. For 30 days, I know I have a picture somewhere, and I'm going to go look through all my pictures when I first started. But for 30 days, and I did 28 days so that people would see what changed from one day to the next.
Oh, wow. That's incredible. That was a lot of devotion to do that every day.
Yeah. I did mine. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And I quit on the 28th, and I may have missed a day, but I'm going to put all those together and probably download them just to show everybody.
You know what I think is interesting is I'm glad that you told us your background, because then now we know that your background is in the beauty industry, and to know that you have probably tried almost every product out there in skincare and makeup, and for you to come to this and say, hey, this is good because I've tried it all. To me, again, that is a good testimonial.
Yeah. And I want to tell everybody, you don't have to have a background in anything, really life, because all of us cleanse our face. Everybody knows how to do it. You cleanse face, you tone, you do all the process. So you really don't have to have a background to do a spa party. You just set it up and have fun. I also do the mood, mind, and energy and have those there too, just to kind of relax them. So anybody can do this, like I said, but I have tried every product. I've seen many, many faces, and seen the good, bad, and the ugly. And so this one is really the best. At first, I was not a fan. I'm like, oh, everybody has skincare, but this one was remarkable. Plus the clay mask. The clay mask and the Renew, everybody should have 2 tubes of Renew, one in their purse and one at home.
I agree with you on that, and I do. I keep it Renew and in strategic locations to make sure I'm never without.
Yeah. And it will really make a difference, especially for any of the ladies that have had a laser treatment or anything like that. I've given it to some of the ladies, and they say it takes the heat out. You know, the doctor says use this, and they might sell you something. I go, this is all you need. I can guarantee that. So.
Well, you know, and also too, something you said earlier, I want to have you emphasize and maybe share a little bit more. When you were first talking about how you had some surgeries, I believe, or some procedures, and one was without having the redox signaling molecules, and one was, and a couple were with. What were some of the differences with that in your healing?
Well, I was much younger. 92, I had a very bad car wreck. So I hurt my back very, very bad, to where it took me 2 years to walk again, and through the process. So it was very painful. And then I had been on the product since 2017. And the next year, I'd taken a fall with some water and hurt my knee really bad, where it was immediate surgery. You know, you didn't get a choice. And so I did have a brace on my leg, and I was in a wheelchair. And so they gave me these pills, but, you know, they really do make you feel worse when you wake up. And so I couldn't get in there to put it on. So I called Leland in a panic, and I said, where can I put this at? Because I'm about to rip this thing off and I can't take it off for 20 days. And he said, rub it on your toes, rub it on your upper thigh, and it will travel. And so maybe next time I'll send you the picture of my before and after. After 20 days, then they unwrapped it and I about fainted. And so it had tape on it. You know, nowadays they pulled out the staples, and I stuff on every day, all day. And in 7 days, all of it looked like day and night. Wow. And so then I had another one in 21. I'm done falling. And I fell outside on a sewage thing and I broke my wrist. And that was immediate surgery. And I didn't even think about using anything, because I had the redox and the gel. So
Yes.
So I was really very thankful that I had those. And I was actually, with my knee, I was actually in a nursing home for 20 days. And I went back, I had befriended a little lady, and I went back and I'm walking. I talked to all the doctors, everybody, and nobody had heard of redox.
And it's amazing when we hear about results and success stories, just like what you've shared. And really, it ranges in the things that you've shared with us, all the way from procedures to skincare to hair care. I mean, it's pretty amazing. But like you said, redox signaling molecules are in our bodies, and that's what it helps heal.
Mm-hmm. Especially my head. I had really struggled with my head for a long time. As we know, we're all looking for cleaner products, and ours are very, very clean. But, when you have to do your homework when you go to a doctor, just to find out what's best for you. And when Mona had told me what was in it, I about fainted. And I'm like, I'm putting that on my head. And now I do believe it caused some problems with something else that's going on with me in my head area. Search for all of that. But yeah, you really have to do your homework. And I love the gel because I love the spray bottle. I put it in a spray bottle and I spray it all day long everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. We do want to open it up for questions. We do have several people listening in and watching tonight. And so now is the time for you to unmute your mic and ask any questions that you might have. You can also start your video. We would love to see you and hear you if you have any questions. And while you were doing that out there, because I know y'all have questions, certainly, I will turn it over to Dr. Barbie, and she can wrap this up for us as well.
Thank you, Kathleen.
And one thing I can say is I turned 70 this year. And so 70 is the new 40. People would go, oh my gosh, you don't look 70. And I'm like, turn my head kind of sideways. What does 70 look like?
You do look fabulous.
Well, all in the water.
Does anyone have questions? Hi, Marita.
Hello.
Do you have a question for Alice at all?
No, she's done a fantastic job tonight. Thank you, Alice from Dallas.
Oh, well, thank you guys. Anything with skincare, I'm still learning too. So if y'all have any tips or tricks or anything, I'm all open to learning what everybody else does.
I do have one question for you. Have you tried the Radiance Cell Performance as well?
I have. I really do. I forgot about that one. Sorry about that. I do like that one. As we age, our skin gets drier. And I did notice on my legs, my skin I didn't have to put as much stuff on my legs as I did. And I really could tell the difference of course, ASEA makes the hair and nails grow, but I really do love the taste of the Radiance. I love the color of it. And I did notice, the one thing I did notice was that it did make my skin so dry and creepy. You know how you get creepy skin? And I noticed, wow, my skin's looking 10 years younger.
That's awesome.
And easy, they're easy. You throw them in a bottle and you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Does anyone else have a question or a comment for Alice? Well,
I do have a question.
Oh, sure.
When you have your skincare parties, do you go ahead and while they're waiting 10 minutes while the mask is drying and so forth, what do you do then? Do you show a video? Do you just talk? Do you let them try the cell performance?
I kind of let them do the self-performance. I do usually have a third party. Barbara Stultz was my third party because of her problem that she had with her face. So while they're there, I'm kind of have them trapped. And so they got the thing on their face. And I have Barbara's picture printed out. And so it's great to get her on. It can really be anybody. And just tell them, their story about skincare, or, it can be any third party. It can be a woman. It can be a man. It can be, it can be Leland, but I like having Barbara there because of the picture I have of her, and her store is amazing. So yeah, I try to do something with them, but I want to get a third party in there maybe before the end, because they may have went on too long or something, and maybe they've kind of forgotten. I want them to have that third party. It's, kind of early on.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, Marita. All right. Well, if there's no other questions or comments, we will wrap it up for tonight. And Alice, we just want to thank you for your time again tonight. We appreciate it very much, and all the knowledge that you shared. And Kathleen, thank you so much for co-hosting. I would like to mention that if you are watching or want to watch the recording, this will be on the Creation Chiropractic YouTube channel. It will also be on my personal Facebook page, Barbie Phillips, and it's also going to be on ASEA United as a replay. And we just welcome everyone to join us again in 2 weeks. Our next Real People, Real Stories will be on Tuesday, December 12th. And that will be at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, our normal time, where we will interview another guest and find out how redox molecules has changed their life. Until next time, thank you, Alice, and we'll say goodnight to everyone. Have a great night.
Guys,
Thank you.
Good night,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
thank you.